Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of this channel thing we got going on, the Arrowcast. I think we decided last time. So this is called The Grind, and I got with me a special guest. Before I get into that, we're playing a little free-for-all game. Oh, quick scoped in the mouth, that's alright. We're playing a free-for-all game on Scrapyard. I'm using the UMP45, aka the Umper Dumper. The best gun in the game, and we're gonna go to work just slapping people across the face, punching people in the sack, and drop kicking people in the kneecaps. So it's all gonna be good and fun. With me, I have my brother, GCP25. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and just to follow up with your last video, didn't you say that you had a special friend? So am I a friend now? You didn't mention brother.
I know, I wanted to give people a surprise, but so I was like, well, actually, I said he's closer than a friend, if you know what I mean.
That is true. You did.
Alrighty, so as you know, GCP, my channel, watch this first of all. Don't you love Modern Warfare 2? Watch this.
There's a reason I don't play Modern Warfare 2.
Bruh.
And it's reasons just like that. I think I was rage way too much. I don't know. I think you've seen my gameplays. I rage quit on the stupidest deaths. Like literally from that, just that alone, what I just saw, I'd rage quit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Call of Duty is a game where sometimes, unfortunately, a lot of your fun happens to be based upon the lobby that you're in and who you're playing against. And also how well you do, I'm not going to lie there.
That's true.
So, what I wanted to talk about was, you know, my channel and just me in general. I love this game more than I like the other Call of Duties. So I wanted to ask about your experience, because I know compared to myself, I probably have like 20 times the gameplay time in this game compared to you. So I wanted to get your take on what was it like when you played this game for the, maybe 20 hours of playing time, probably much less than that.
Basically, my experience in Modern Warfare 2 is that of cancer. A lot of AIDS included in there. It's like if you put cancer and AIDS in a bowl and mix it with like prune juice. If you yeah,
that's alright.
Sounds pretty right?
Prune juice.
That pretty much sums it up. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved Modern Warfare 2 when I did play it. There are definitely some fun factors. I mean, getting the nuke is a lot of fun. Game ending, accomplishment. You know, just getting the Harrier, getting the chopper gunner, and then that nuke. There's no other better feeling than that in Modern Warfare 2, and it's very satisfying. I mean, the hit detection and all that, a lot of fun. But just the BS in this game, the amount of craziness, you know, with the noob tubes and then the quick scoping, and that's a prime example of exactly why. Look, I just want to, like, that doesn't make any sense.
And actually, I think the game agreed with you because it lost connection to the host right after that.
Yeah, I mean, the game agreed with you. It was like, yeah, nope, I'm done. So it's stuff like that where it kind of took me away from Modern Warfare 2 as much as playing some of the other Call of Duty. But it's a fun game, but it's not really something that I can play on a consistent basis.
Yeah, and I kind of feel the same way because actually both of us, well, I got into this game past its prime, and you got into this game even more past its prime, to where the Call of Duty community had expanded, and I thought that was
what's up, fam?
I jumped on his head, but you got into the game like maybe 4 years after it was out, and I got into it maybe 3 or something. Those numbers probably don't make sense, but just to give you like an idea of like when you started playing it and when I started playing it. Because, you know, the community has gone a little bit downhill just by the way people play, and now with YouTube being a thing, people are always trying to get gameplays and do crazy, stupid stuff, and it gets more competitive, and sometimes competitive means more campy, and sometimes gameplay suffers, but,
yeah, for me, I think it's more of the community really. I think once they started going and moving more into the futuristic stuff, I think that's where we kind of lost the majority of the Call of Duty kind of, you know, fan base, the core fan base, because we have to remember that the majority of people like it boots on the ground. And you know, once it started getting crazy and people are flying all over the map and wall running and you know the boost jumping, the thruster packs, like it just got too crazy for people. And I think that's what kind of killed the community a little bit.
As we just AA12, the painkiller guy right there. So you don't know what bullet points I have on my phone, but you actually hit the one that I actually had planned to talk about, which was CoD 2017. That's gonna come out, and me personally, I have no idea how it's gonna be. I heard from watching a few people that's gonna be boots on the ground again, but honestly, I really don't care because I don't see myself picking it up because I don't think it's gonna be good because my faith has gone that low. So I wanted to get it from the man who's actually playing the new games and still uploading the new games too. What do you think about it? Do you think it's gonna be good? And if so, how good? Better than Infinite Warfare? Better than COD Ghosts? Or what do you think? Because I think it's gonna be garbage. That's just my honest opinion.
Well, if you look at the developer who's behind it, it's Sledgehammer Games,
which was
Advanced Warfare.
Oh.
And Advanced Warfare, like if I give you my top 3 hated games, Advanced Warfare would top that list. Second was Ghosts, and third was Modern Warfare 3.
Are those all Sledgehammer?
No.
Ghosts was...
Sledgehammer was only had Advanced Warfare.
Oh.
Ghost was Infinity Ward. Modern Warfare 3, Infinity Ward.
Oh, okay.
But no, a Sledgehammer... I mean, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt a little bit. Like, I don't want to be too harsh and critical because Advanced Warfare was the only game that they developed. So, obviously, they heard the community and didn't like all of the boost jumping and the thruster packs all over the place. So I'm assuming now that they went in a total different direction from, because they were the first to have the advanced movements, really, and they went way crazy with the advanced movements, right? And then later they tuned it.
I actually have
down.
The least amount of playing time in any Call of Duty we actually bought is in Advanced Warfare. Like, I don't even think I hit the top level to even prestige.
I don't blame you.
Because I literally hated it as soon as I picked it up.
Advanced Warfare was just basically rooftop warfare. Like, everywhere. Like, you didn't know where people were. And that was a crazy part about it. But I'm assuming now, obviously, because they've heard the outcry that people want boots on the ground, that they're going to make it in that direction, or that's the direction that they went in. So, I think, to me, I'll give them a chance. Because the whole reason they went with the whole thruster pack and the advanced movements was because people were saying constantly and crying about Call of Duty always being the same every year, right?
Yeah.
So that's why, like, they did innovate the game, but then people didn't like that innovation. So, I mean, I can't be too critical, and I'll just have to see if they're hearing now that they want to go boots on the ground, and there's a formula already in place. There's already been boots on the ground.
Yeah.
They kind of push the agenda with the advanced movements, but if they go back to the boots on the ground, they have different Call of Duties that they can refer to. So I'm assuming that with all of that knowledge, they could make a great game. But if they fail at that, a formula that's already in place, then yeah, they're garbage.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, hopefully, what I hope is they go a route sort of like how Battlefield went, like kind of like old-timey, but still with some futuristic concepts like Battlefield 1. But honestly, like, it is what it is. When does it come out? Probably this fall?
Yeah, every year,
every fall, right?
New Call of Duty comes out.
Alright, so anyways, that's enough of that. If you guys, when that game comes out, and as we're leading up to the release, if you want to watch someone who's staying up to date with the newest CODs and all that, check out GCP's channel. Some people say our commentary and our style is kind of similar. It's a little different because I usually say stupid stuff like boyfriend, but sometimes sometimes you say it too. Right?
Too, yeah.
Just boyfriends everywhere, bro. They're in every COD.
Boyfriend Nation.
Exactly. Okay, so we're getting it. This is the last gameplay, and actually times flew because I realized I didn't really get to the topics we're trying to go through. So, what I want to talk about was something crazy I was thinking about on the drive to school maybe like 2-3 days ago, and it's this theory I have This theory I have is called... Okay, first of all, this has nothing to do with gaming, so let me just get that out of the way, because some of you guys may think of it as what we were talking about before, but it doesn't make sense in that context. So I have a theory that's called milestones theory. Now, milestones theory is kind of rose with the development of social media, and with social media becomes comparison. It's always comparison with other people and seeing like other people where you want to be, or like being inspired by other people, which is the positive way to put it. The negative way to put it is like comparing yourself in a negative way to others and seeing where they are, and you want to be where they're at. But my theory is this: what you see on social media usually is just they hit this milestone, they got that achievement, right? And what you never see behind that milestone, what you never see behind that achievement, is the work, the sweat, the negative effects of reaching to the point where they wanted to reach. Now, I think I first experienced this phenomenon when I was probably at your high school graduation, GCP, because I remember clearly they got like the valedictorian or whatever the highest GPA dude is. There's some nerdy looking kid who got like a 4.6, and I was like, dang dude, like that's freaking crazy. And then when I went through high school, I was like, yo, why would I do that? So I mean, I got good grades in high school, but I wasn't like the valedictorian or anything. But I was always thinking like, why would I put myself through that? Because I didn't know, probably, I'm assuming this kid, whoever it was, put a lot of work in, a lot of effort. And this also goes for stuff like sometimes what I see on social media. Prime example being The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. I know you see him too, and you're always, maybe you're not like this, or maybe it's just me, but I always see like what he's doing, traveling everywhere, doing all this cool stuff, and be like, man, that would be dope if I could have that life. And what you don't see sometimes is the fact that he usually sleeps like 4 hours a night. He has like freaking 16-hour work days. When he's not like doing a movie, doing whatever, he's working out, or he's going to business meetings with Under Armour and all this stuff. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, in the current world that we live in, especially with social media giving you glimpses of people's lives where you only see the positives of other people's lives, unless they just post depressing stuff all the time. But for the majority of people just post their highlights. And I was wondering if GCP, you have any thoughts on that? I know you just kind of just I had you sit down, and now you have just hearing me rant about something maybe you never even formulated thoughts about. So you're just kind of put on the spot.
I kind of see where you're going. I totally get you. What you're trying to say is basically people just see the achievements and they see all the accomplishments that they made, but they don't know kind of the grind behind all
exactly.
those.
Exactly.
They don't see the hard work that's put in to be able to have that final outcome. Mm-hmm. And there obviously is a lot of grind behind that. People just don't magically become successes. They have to be able to work there, to work hard. I mean, if you take a look, not just The Rock. The Rock's a great example of that. The Steve Jobs, the Bill Gates, all the successful people that that you see on TV, you see on social media, all of them have a backstory. I don't know if a lot of people know about this, but there's people who've had some amazing stories from where they were brought up, from the time they were a kid, the struggles that they went through or currently are going through in order to kind of fit into this popular mold that they're in right now. So, it just doesn't get spoon-fed to them, and they don't become overnight successes. A lot of it takes time, and a lot of it also is involved with the word failure. A lot of times these people have failed, and it's not like every single thing they do or every single thing that they touch is like turns into gold. No, a lot of these people were losers once before, or people thought they would amount to nothing, and then through the grind, through the turmoil, they kind of got to where they are now. Yeah,
and I feel like you and me, since we kind of have a similar way in the way of YouTube, both of us have over 1,000 subscribers now. And you know, when we started, we sucked, dude.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're just uncomfortable behind the microphone. And now,
Absolutely.
to a point where it's like, we're just kind of just having a conversation, talking about whatever. And I'm gonna probably have to fit in another gameplay for the next, like, 2 minutes. So we're gonna be commentating over a black screen, but you guys are gonna be seeing a gameplay over this. But yeah, just, like, I guess takeaway message for anyone who's listening, because I know a lot of times people, sometimes life isn't all sunshine and rainbows, and sometimes, like, especially, like, unfortunately that's the world we live in, where comparison is such a bigger thing now that with social media and stuff. Like, I mean, it's always been a big thing, like, always looking at other people, keeping up with the Joneses, you know. But yeah, just takeaway message for anyone out there from what we've experienced. Because I know there's probably people who are like, oh, I want to start this YouTube channel. Oh, I want to get into gameplay commentaries. I want to do this. I want to do that. But, you know, being where we're at, where obviously we're not the biggest there are. We're like probably small compared to other people. But
yeah, definitely really small.
But at the same time, like, we're at a point to where we know at the beginning it sucks. And if you look at, like, my channel per se, you're like, oh wow, Aeroshow, you have 3,000 subscribers, but I probably have like more than 300 videos out, and at the beginning I was talking to myself and I was stuttering and it sucked, right? So you only saw the milestones. Oh, I hit 1,000 subs, I hit 2,000, whatever, I got this nuke. And just like in gaming, not every gameplay is a nuke. That's only the highlights,
and
right?
then as far as the YouTube grind goes, it really is a grind. And you just have to stay consistent with it. A lot of people just give up after the first maybe 10, 15 videos.
Exactly.
Oh, they haven't even grown. Try, uploading 100 videos and not even getting, like, the amount of subs that you want.
And that doesn't even just apply to just YouTube. It applies to almost everything, right?
Like in the gym, it could be in business, it could be literally anything that you can think of. People quit way too early. I think that's the problem that people have. That they think that they don't hit this success overnight, or they don't hit it in a certain amount of time, then they just give up. Like, that's not the mindset of a winner. So in order to have that success, in order to get where you want, it's a grind. And also understand that certain people's success kind of is determined at different levels. So if one person is able to accomplish what they want in a year, understand that someone for that same goal or same accomplishment might take 10 years. So everybody has different times and places where they kind of hit that goal.
Exactly. And we're not just trying to be here to, like, preach, because also this is a good reminder to ourselves, because we're not where we want to be, right? We're always growing grind. Ourselves. So we just want to be, like, transparent with you guys, talk about what's on our mind. And actually, that was good, because you actually mentioned the keywords for this commentary, the grind, which is what I titled this video. And yeah, that's about gonna do it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little video episode, whatever you want to call it, the Aerocast, I guess. And thanks again, GCP, for hopping on.
Absolutely, thanks for having me on.
Of course, and his channel will be linked in the description. Thanks again, audience, for watching. If you're listening, if you're not watching, you're just listening, that's cool too. Anyways, I will catch you on the next one. My name is Aeroshot, and I am over and out.